Rocklin Science Center officially opened on Friday, October 27th, with students from the physics and chemistry department moving on the following Monday.
The building was named in honor of Dr. Roy Rocklin, a former Lynbrook physics and chemistry teacher who passed away this past spring.
He's extremely collaborative, and so all of his activities were that way. Had a strong belief that a lab class needs to have more labs than lecture. He was known for really seeking out students and making sure that he attended to the needs of the kids that needed him most. And so that was definitely one aspect that inspired me and pushes me to be that way too.
I've had the pleasure of knowing Roy Rocklin both as a teacher at Lynbrook and as a board member. He was a man of science. He loved science, but more importantly, he loved students and education. He went into being a school board member because he wanted to serve. But he was a teacher first, and it was really good to have a teacher in our district on the board because he really could have a perspective where that some of the other board members wouldn't. I'm really excited that they are preserving Roy Rocklin's legacy in this very tangible and appropriate manner.
I can't think of anyone better to name after the Science Center than Roy. He epitomized excellence in science. You know, before he got into teaching, he was a really accomplished scientist. He had a number of patents that he earned over the course of his career, brought that skill and knowledge to students whom he cared about the most. And then his dedication, not only to Lynbrook, but to the whole school district. I don't think, that's complete package.
Teachers' requests for upgrades for the classroom were taken into consideration in the furniture and space planning of the building. Popular requests include larger lab spaces and smart whiteboards. Other favorites include the large windows that let in plenty of sunlight, as well as the new furniture and lab equipment funded by Lynbrook Excellence in Education.
Dr. Roy Rocklin was a physics and chemistry specifically, so he would be teaching here. Probably have to go upstairs and downstairs, but he would be teaching in this facility if he were still teaching. He was also very instrumental in really, when we were talking about the modernization process, it was him who really said, why don't we try building a new building? And so with him, Superintendent Bovey and I, we worked together to make this happen. I remember when he was going through chemotherapy for cancer, he was actually still teaching here. He would almost talk about his experience as though he were his own living science experiment. And he would share kind of a lot of what that journey was like with his students. More just kind of a factual, informational, in amazement, I guess, at what science can do.
I think it's also cool to see a two-story building. I think there's so many more possibilities for the types of technologies we'll have here future for the chemistry and physics department, as well as how the campus will change in the coming years due to this one being one of our very first.
Are there anything that you're looking forward to in this new science building?
Just the experience of the stairs. I want to know if it's really as troublesome as they say. And also the new technology and equipment.
As Lynbrook continues to modernize the rest of campus, the science wing will be the first of many renovations, with the current biology teachers moving into the physics department.